Hello, Facebook friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Monday, June 17th. It is 5:05 p.m. I don't know about you guys, but if you are here in South Florida right now, I'm just about ready to build myself an ark. This place is soaked. It has been raining for days. It is flooded everywhere. It is just icky. So, gotta cheer myself up. Gotta get a smile on my face. Topic this week's going to be rough, though. We're still talking cancer. Okay, so I started watching the Anti-Cancer Revolution series. That is absolutely incredible. There's over 40 speakers that are world-renowned experts in so many areas having to do with natural options and alternatives to cancer treatment. So I'm learning a ton, and I'm going to share with you guys as much as I can, as much as you're willing to learn and go along with me. So one of the talks was Dr. Daniel Pompa. You may have seen him. He's got his own Facebook page and books and all kinds of stuff. Great guy to learn from. He talks about cellular detoxification, and I get a lot of questions from people on how do I detox. Okay, so it's very important to know some steps. So what do you use to help your body detox from toxic exposure, or specifically in this series is about chemotherapy. Now he mentions infrared saunas, coffee enemas, colon cleanses, etc., and he feels any or all of them can actually be very helpful depending on what you need at the time. But unfortunately, he feels people just do those things and they think they're getting the job done. Okay, the problem is you aren't detoxing at the cellular level where the real problem exists, right down to the cell membrane, the mitochondria. The cells are still not clean. Okay, so his roadmap is to up-regulate the cell's detoxing mechanisms, because we have natural ways that our body does this by itself. We just have to up-regulate it. We have to get it, give it a kick in the pants and get it moving a little bit better. So he talks about the 5 R's. Okay, so you've heard me mention some of these before. Number 1, remove. Remove the source of toxins from your life, your home, your body. Now, obviously, if you're undergoing chemotherapy, you can't remove the toxins. You can't, do stuff that is going to aggressively remove the chemotherapy, because why bother? Why are you doing it if you're going to remove it? This type of process, there are things you can do during chemotherapy, but remove is at the end when you're finished with your chemotherapy, how to get this stuff out of your body. Hello, Cecilia. Okay, so number 2 is regenerate. Okay, you need to regenerate the cell membrane. Toxins get into your cells and affect the membrane itself. So you can't get the good stuff in or the bad stuff out. The 3rd R is restore, and he talks about restoring cellular energy. Every pathway in a cell that gets rid of toxins requires ATP, our energy molecules. So you need to get the energy molecules back in and running in the cell. Number 4, reducing cellular inflammation. 5 days per month, he recommends caloric restriction. Okay, studies being done now have shown how that in and of itself can negatively affect cancer cells. Right? We know cancer cells thrive on sugar. So anytime you can reduce your caloric intake without affecting the host, we are the host, in a horribly negative way, you're going to affect the cancer cells. So in small amounts, 5 days per month, and he doesn't even say that they have to be 5 necessarily consecutive days, although that's what he does. You will survive. You're getting calories as long as you're getting water and stuff like that. You will be fine. But the cancer cells are negatively affected. And then he also talks again about water fasting, which is a separate one, and I've talked about that before. Hey, Kim, thank you for jumping on. Okay, and lastly, 5, reestablish methylation. Now, methylation, the process of adding a methyl group to a toxin, is how your body actually gets rid of these toxins, okay? So it adds a methyl group and then it aids in its removal, whether it be through the gut, through sweat, through urine, whatever it is, that's the way your body will get rid of it. So adding a way of increasing your ability to methylate these toxins is going to help. Then he talks specifically about adding binders and chelators to physically get the toxins out of your body. And again, if you're currently undergoing chemotherapy, this is not the time to do that, because you want the chemotherapy agents to stay in your body. As bad as they are, if you've chosen that route, you can't do certain steps of his process until you're done with your chemotherapy. Now, when regenerating your that's a mouthful. When you're regenerating your cellular membrane, Dr. Pompa talks about omega-3 fatty acids, but emphasizes that our cell membranes are actually a combination and actually contain a good amount of good omega-6 fatty acids. Okay, so not the ones that are in the crappy vegetable oils you'll find in the stores. Remember, those omega-6s in the vegetable oils like corn oil or whatever, those are denatured from the heat. So the actual fatty acid is destroyed. The goodness of it is destroyed. So he talks about specifically cold pressed sunflower oil or other types. He actually mentions Andreas seed oil, so if that's something you may want to look up. Pumpkin seed oils and other types, but cold pressed is the way to go, because you're not denaturing the goodness of the fatty acids. So he says increased good fats in your diet will help heal the membrane, such as adding avocados, nuts, seeds, etc. So that's another thing that anybody can do at any time, but if you're currently undergoing chemotherapy and trying to improve your cellular membrane function and its ability, you need to have the good fatty acids in your diet. So in restoring cellular energy, getting rid of processed foods in your diet, you've heard me mention this before, helps a lot. Reducing cellular inflammation, get rid of the SAD diet. Stop eating the standard American diet. Lower carbs, and fasting protocols also are very helpful. Hey Lori, hey Marty, thank you guys for watching. Now, methylation, very important. B vitamins, especially methylated folate, which should be the only type of folate you should be taking, will really help. And then strong binders and chelators that don't disrupt the microbiome are important, such as activated charcoal, bentonite clay, fulvates, etc. So again, if you are not familiar with Dr. Pompa, he is somebody that if you're looking for more information on cellular detox, he is a great source. So you may want to Google him, find out some information from him, and see what he has to say. I like the way he speaks. He's very energized. He has a very interesting personal story, which makes what he has to say to me sound more beneficial, because he's come from a place of illness and he's recovered using his own techniques, which is why I like to talk about my story with all my friends and followers, because again, it's the same thing. If you've come from a place where you were once sick and then you use certain things and practice what you preach, then it's very easy to talk about it and share authentically, which I hope you guys feel from me, because that is how I am. So we're going to be talking more from this Anti-Cancer Revolution series. I'm going to share as much as I can with you over the coming days, and I hope you guys get a lot out of it and share it with your friends and family. Anybody who currently has a cancer diagnosis, this is where they need to be. Okay, so please share this on your page, tag them, whatever it is, get them here to watch. All right, so I hope you guys have a great day. If you're in South Florida, stay dry. I don't see the sun coming out for a little while. Tennis was canceled today. I bet it's probably going to be canceled tomorrow. Okay, I'll survive, but hopefully the sun will come out again soon. So again, hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another Live in 5.